Good evening, Porters. Mrs. Cannon here for weekly. Good evening, Porters and Porter parents. This is Mrs. Cannon. I just wanted to send a quick video to let you know what we have been doing this week, as well as give you some information regarding our remote learning standards for our Google Meets. In case you need to reach me for any reason, if you have a question or concern, my phone number is 815-588-8343, and my email address is mvcannon@lths.org. You can also get in the Remind program. Ask your son or daughter to check the Google Classroom page, and I have the links available. It's an anonymous texting program that you can reach me at any time regarding any questions or concerns that you might have. The students have been doing a great job getting used to the Google Meet and the remote learning format. And I usually like to put some fun little memes in as they're checking in just to put a smile on their face. So this is one of them. I love puppies. I recently got a puppy, so anytime I can put a little dog meme in there, I will get the chance to do it. And who doesn't like a little extra fries? So for our Google Meets, we have some rules in place to ensure that students get the best education that they can. The first one being putting your cell phones out of reach. It's a lot easier to be distracted when your cell phone is right next to you. And so I urge you to talk with your son or daughter about limiting the distractions of their cell phones. We do use them in class for activities, but I really ask them to put them just out of reach so that they're not tempted to look. I often give breaks within our 60-minute periods for students to get up, stretch, and go ahead and talk to their phones and check their messages, but I really would like if we put them out of the reach. Next is I think it's important to find a comfortable place to work while you're doing remote learning, but make sure that it's a productive place to work. So sitting on your bed works for some students, but it might be a distraction for others. I would not like any student laying down in bed. It's not very professional, as well as distracting to the other students. So sitting on your bed only if it is a good place for you to be productive. I would like for you to limit distractions as much as possible. I understand that many of us have childcare issues. You might be taking care of a brother or a sister, and there are times when they like to get in the picture or they need to be near you because they are small in age and size. But if you have a friend that is doing remote learning, I would strongly encourage them to be farther away so that they are not a distraction for you during the class time. If there is a situation, I might reach out to you and ask that you can be a little less distracting. But if it disrupts the class, the student might be asked to leave and engage, enroll in the class once the distraction is done. Ask that students for PE classes be dressed and ready to participate. Many of the students have expressed a desire to dance in class or stretch or engage in yoga, and I would love to do that. I just want to make sure that they are school appropriately dressed and ready to participate. And most importantly, I ask that your son or daughter make sure that they are on the camera when we are asked to see them. So, being on the camera and camera ready means that the light is on in the room that you are in, or the windows are drawn so that we can get sunlight in. If I cannot see a student or a student's face, I don't know if it's that student, but it is also a distraction. During this time, it is really hard to get to know a student or students to get to know each other and peer interact when you cannot see the face. I understand that bandwidth is a problem in many houses. So for much of the class time, I am going to ask that students turn off their camera. I understand that we're all a little bit self-conscious of how we look. I don't like how I look on the camera many times as well, but it is important that I want to see your face as well as your peers want to see your face. But when I ask to see cameras on and ready, I would hope and I would expect that I can see your son or daughter's face at that time. If there is an issue, I would encourage your son or daughter to email me and we can discuss the matter. But most of the time, the cameras will be off. Just keep in mind that when I say lights, camera, action, and I want to see your face, that I see those pretty teeth and that big smile, and then I can make sure that we're all ready to learn. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Thank you so much, and go Porters!